Today, we're going to go back in time to the late 1860s. The Delaney Farm Historic District in Aurora is holding its open days this summer. And our KUSA correspondent, Karen Rosnick, is there now with a look ahead at what to expect. And I hear she's really getting into the spirit of things. Hey, Karen.
Hi there, Jackie. Well, I'm out here at the Delaney Farm Historic District, and they put me to work. I'm churning butter in this homestead. This is amazing. Now, this is just one of the buildings that you can come and see on open days, part of Aurora History Museum, and it's really fascinating to be here. As you said, I totally got into the Pioneer Woman kind of feel and look, and I've got Keith Outkelt, and he is the program director or program assistant here. And sorry, I didn't mean to promote you, but sorry about that, boss. But you are actually going to be, guiding people through these sites. But first, talk about the Delaney Farm Historic District itself.
Yeah, so this site was homesteaded in the 1870s, and it was homesteaded by the Delaney family. The house that we're in is actually the Gully family's house, but this area was homesteaded by the Delaney family, and they were actually living here before the town of Fletcher was even created. So that town of Fletcher then turned into Aurora. So this area actually predates the town of Aurora. Wow,
and this is like one of the original farms, right?
That's right, exactly. Yeah, this is one of the oldest farms.
So we're in the kitchen. What can you tell me about this space?
So this room was actually the first room that was built. This was built in 1866. So it is the oldest structure in the city of Aurora.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so amazing. And this may not have been a kitchen when the Delaney when the Gullys were living here.
Right, that's right.
But this actually is, this structure has been around since 1866.
That's right, yeah.
That is so fascinating. Okay, so can we take a tour and maybe look at some other rooms?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and start with the bedroom.
All right, so we're going to walk to the bedroom right now. This is really cool. So you've got it actually made up as it would look in the 1860s, right?
Yeah. So this is interpreted as the 1860s. It's a pretty modest little bedroom here with kind of a lumpy feather bed behind us.
And you got some Gully family history here.
That's right.
So they were living here, and you said that the Delaneys and the Gullys intermarried. So this house actually wasn't on this property, but the two families, sons, daughters, all kind of married, and so they kind of became one family, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And this house would have actually been around Mississippi and Chambers originally, and it was moved here as part of the preservation effort to make sure that we kept this wonderful historic structure.
I love the detail. We were just looking at a wash basin that they might have used. No indoor plumbing, I'm assuming.
No indoor plumbing, absolutely.
That's fascinating. Okay, let's go walk over to the living room. But first, talk about some of the other buildings that are here on the historic site and what makes them so special.
Yeah, so the other than this building, we've got the Delaney farmhouse. That's about 1900. We've got the beautiful round barn, which was built around 1900 as well, and that's a really interesting structure. It's made out of a curved wood, so a lot of effort went into that, and it's got a really fascinating pattern in the structures, or in the supports for the roof. Somebody spent a lot of time doing math to make sure that building all lined up as a nice round structure.
And we just showed that on the screen. That's a really unique structure. It's not common.
It's very uncommon in Colorado. Yeah, a little more common in Amish country, but in Colorado, it's pretty rare to find that kind of a structure.
That's amazing.
So we also, on the site, we also have the Coal Creek Schoolhouse, and that's another structure that's been moved here for preservation.
And you might open that one coming.
We are
possibly,
yes,
but it's not open yet.
Still doing some work on that one, but hopefully we'll have that open by the end of the summer.
So people can actually come here and be, in these structures, right? So talk about open days. What is it all about?
Yeah, that's right. So the site, first of all, the site is open all the time. So if you want to just come down and look around, you can do that. But if you want to get into the buildings, you do have to come on an open day when we've got volunteers and staff here who can kind of keep an eye on everything. So the next one is going to be this coming Saturday, the 13th of July. After that, we are looking at the 27th of July is the next day. It's basically every 2 weeks. So then August 10th and August 24th will be our final day.
So what can people do and experience when they come to open days here?
Yeah, well, first of all, like I said, you'll get to explore these buildings, which otherwise you wouldn't be able to get into. You can talk to our staff and our volunteers about the history of the site. We will also have some games set up. So we've got Pioneer games. We've got a rolling pin toss and a couple other fun Pioneer games like that. And then for the kids, we're going to have stick horse barrel race that they can race.
Oh, fun.
And we're also going to have a story trek set up so you can read a story as you walk along our trails.
And there are going to be people dressed up in costume, I assume?
Yep. Most days we have people in costume doing interpretation, talking about the site.
Well, I was kind of joking about coming out here and volunteering, but this dress actually fits really well. Do you need volunteers?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll always take more help. So if you want to come by on a Saturday, please do.
And if somebody does want to volunteer?
Yeah, reach out to us at auroramuseum.org.
Okay, and how do people find out more about open days or learn about more about the families that lived here?
Yeah, once again, I direct you to auroramuseum.org. That'll have information about the site. It'll have information about our open days, about the programming that we have here, and it'll give you some email addresses to contact if you do want to come out and volunteer or just ask questions.
All right, well, this has been so fun, so educational. I think, if you haven't been to this site, it's in Aurora, a short drive from Denver. It's not far at all. Really cool. July 13th is when open days is here at the Delaney Historic Site. This dress fits so well. I think I might just have to keep it, but I don't know. I don't know what your boss will say about that. I've got to go back to churning butter, Jackie, though, because I've got to earn my keep here. So we got to go back to the kitchen. Thanks a lot, Keith.
Absolutely.
Loving the Laura Ingalls vibe. Absolutely. And good to see you earning your keep at the farm, Karen. Be transported back in time at the Delaney Farm Historic District. You can explore landmarks such as the Gully Homestead House during the farm's open days on July 13th, 27th, and August 10th and 24th. For more details, visit auroramuseum.org.